Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Nice shot here sent in to us by Cindy Desmond. We appreciate this. Spanish Point at sunset. Absolutely gorgeous shot. The clouds that we had around yesterday just added to the beauty, I think, of the sunset, reflecting some of the golden colors as the sun set below the horizon. Nice shot. Thank you very much, Cindy. Appreciate them. Send them on to pics@mysuncoast.com. Currently, we're at 86 degrees already. Another warm one, well above average. We'll top it out today at about 90, 91. Maybe even a little hotter. We'll see how it goes. 70-degree dew point, making it feel kind of humid out there. All of that will be a thing of the past, at least temporarily, as we head into Saturday, I think. Front coming through on Friday will kick our wind speeds up a little bit. In fact, I think our wind speeds might be kicked up a little bit later on this afternoon and into the evening, and I'll show you why in a minute. 82 degrees, Wauchula, Arcadia at 82, 82 Mayaca, 81 Parrish, 82 Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch at 83, Northport the same, 84 in Venice, 81 Longboat Key, 82 in Inglewood and Punta Gorda at 84. The effect of the easterly wind flow very visible on the cloud patterns again today on our satellite presentation, showing these clouds building over the relatively warmer Atlantic waters and gradually drifting in this direction. Waters are still crazy warm out there. We're looking at 82, 83, 84 degrees. And I think those temperatures will probably be dropping as we head into next week, just a little bit as we get some cooler air in place. Right now, we have an area of low pressure kind of just to the north of the Bahamas. That may eventually develop into Otto. It could be another named storm. Certainly a depression is possible over the course of the next several days. In any event, it probably will not affect any part of the United States, other than maybe a little bit of wave action along the Georgia or Carolina coastline, a little enhanced wave action, but it'll never get close enough to the United States to do any significant damage. However, that area of low pressure that is developing and this high pressure ridge centered over the mid-Atlantic and nosing down across the state of Florida are kind of doing battle with one another in a sense. And so we get a kind of stronger, gustier wind as we head into the evening hours. If you notice the wind's picking up with some gusts of 20 miles an hour or so, that's the reason why. Also back to the west, a couple of frontal boundaries are approaching. Those two frontal boundaries will eventually kind of merge into one. This first one kind of stalls out and eventually gets nudged along by the second front, and then that moves into the state of Florida by Thursday. And then eventually through our area by Friday night, giving us a chance of rainfall, but more importantly, taking this persistent easterly wind that we have had and switching it to a more northerly direction, drawing down some drier, cooler air. But today, mostly sunny, mostly dry, warm again, high dew point values. All that comes to an end, though, as this dry air that has been in place and still is in place over most layers of the atmosphere aloft, it gets a little bit of this fair weather moisture kind of streaming in, supporting only a few very thin showers across the region. That entire scenario comes to an end as we head into Saturday, and the entire layer of the atmosphere is dried out. Winds shift out of the north, and there won't be any chance at all for even a sprinkle or two, as we will probably see a little bit later on today. Then tomorrow, probably the same thing, a sprinkle or two possibly coming through, coming from east to west across the region. But once that front comes through, watch what it does to the extended range forecast. Today, winds a little bit breezy as we head into the evening and overnight hours at about 15 knots. Will bring a light chop, 2-foot seas. The forecast for the rest of the week continues on with some warm temperatures for several days. Then the front comes through Friday, and check it out. Nighttime lows, probably some 50s in inland areas. Lower to mid-60s Saturday night into Sunday, with daytime highs struggling to hit the 80-degree mark on Saturday into Sunday.